going into these new great places, there's going to be so many good restaurants in there. So what's going to be your difference? So I would never open up a new place if the concept wasn't right, and if the person that will be in charge of it was not right. Because I never understood one concept. I've been in the business for 20 years. One thing I never understood is the concept of goodwill.
Yeah.
What is the goodwill in a restaurant? I mean, how can you sell Rodney's Cafe on a goodwill? He is the goodwill.
Yeah.
Now he moves, and you take the equation out of the place by paying him to be removed from that business. You pay something to him to get the business, and then the real value of that business goes up.
Yeah.
So that's one thing I never understand. Like, you should never pay for goodwill of an existing business.
Yeah.
It should be you are the goodwill.
You are the goodwill.
So, I mean, fixtures and equipment and everything is fine. Location, you have to pay for it. You have to be convinced that it's the right location. But the goodwill is something I never grasped the concept of.
Okay. And just one last question before I open up to the floor. How do you measure your success, or what do you think? You know, when you said, "Oh, you know, I'm successful at this," how have you measured that, Stephen? When did you know that you were successful? When did you know that Detour was a success?
I don't know. Like, I mean, success is happiness, I guess. I mean, I can sleep at night. For the first 6 to 8 months, I didn't sleep much. You'd wake up in the middle of the night, and all of a sudden, bang, something would be in your mind, and you'd be like, "Oh God, I've got to worry about that." I guess when you can sleep at night, you've got money in your pocket. Staff are happy. You know, I think happiness or contentment is left out of the equation these days a lot. I think it's all about finance, but I think there's also a sense of satisfaction you have to gain from it.
Yeah.
And unless you can get that, then I don't think you will be successful.
Yeah.
I think if you are successful, like in a content frame of mind, then everything else will flow from it. That
Okay.
sounds a bit holistic and spiritual, but
No, I think it's
works
really
for me,
important in what we've been talking about today. Rodney, what do you think? What was your measure?
I think part of it is actually not letting yourself fall too far into the act.